So I'm doing this video today it's gonna be on a live stream one day, right? But I think I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it because this needs to be said. I'm glad I found out early. I'm glad I got my feet wet early. What do I mean by that? I'm 23. A lot of people think I'm like 30, which is a compliment. But I'm 23. And I'm 23 years old and I've seen the light, I've escaped the matrix, and I'm trying to influence men to do the same. Guys, you have to get your passport. You have to get out of the United States. You have to. Seriously, okay? Because until you find out what women can actually offer you in these other countries, you're gonna keep dealing with the bullshit. And I found out, like, let me tell you this, I cried, not the second time, but I cried when I left Rio. Twice. It's that good. It's that good. It's that good. Like, I went to Rio and I was getting treated like a king by the chick I was talking to at the time, and she was doing everything, and I wasn't used to that. The last person I had doing what she did was my fucking mother. And we're talking about washing clothes, cooking, asking me if my food is good. She went as far as tasting the food. That means a lot, right? And I'm not expecting that every woman just do that, but I'm just saying. And a lot of people like say, oh, she's running game. Well, that's a good ass game, and I'm gonna buy it. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna pre-order that motherfucker. Okay? So that's a good ass game. And when you come back to the United States, and what game are you getting? You're not getting any game. You're getting entitlement. Nobody's attracted to fucking entitlement. But I cried. I cried whenever I came, whenever I couldn't take the experience I had with me. I was like, I gotta go back to the Matrix. I gotta go back to the United States. I said, you know what, when I get back, just to make it go by faster, I'm gonna work. And it was this good because February, I had planned to go to Brazil in February, and then I was gonna go to Portugal in August. I couldn't wait. My homeboy was like, let's come back in April. It was like March 1st at the time. I was like, damn, I want to. I'm not disagreeing, but financially that's not a good idea right now. But I said, we can do May. And I moved mountains to not hang out, to not spend no money. I bought my ticket that later on in March, that same month, to go in May for my birthday. And then I was gonna go again in August for my homeboy birthday. Same dude I went with the first time, but he advised we need to try somewhere new, go to Colombia. Okay, we're gonna go to Colombia. And I'm glad he said that, because had he not, I would have never been able to leave Rio. I would have been able to leave Rio, but I wouldn't be able to leave Brazil for some months. Have you guys ever went to another state and it made you feel like that? The people made you feel like that? Like, damn, I can't leave California. I don't think so. I have to disagree. I don't think so. I don't think that you went to California and had such a great experience that you didn't want to leave. And women are assholes in the United States. Like, I was telling one of my exes the first time I went, I was like, I didn't want to leave. And she's like, oh, get out of here. She's so negative. She's like, oh, get out of here. That's how everybody feels. No, bitch, I'm not talking about the vacation. I'm talking about the overall quality of life. Remember, you are an American with American dollars. When you go to Brazil, you are not a millionaire, but if you're making like 100 grand, that turns into your income turns into 500,000. So imagine living in Texas. 500,000 is a lot of money. I know in California, New York, that's not a lot. Like, that's living comfortable. But in Texas, $500,000, you doing pretty good. So imagine being in Dallas, Houston, Austin, San Antonio, and you're making 500 grand. Do you know how easy life is with that kind of money? So you need to, you need to go experience that. You need to go experience, get a taste of what upper class lifestyle is like, and then imagine becoming upper class life here in the United States, and then moving to Brazil. You're gonna be fucking showing out. Why would I date in the United States again when I can date for a fifth of the price in Brazil? Y'all notice I wear a lot of the same clothes. I'm waiting until I get to South America again to buy new clothes. Yeah, I just bought some, but I'm not gonna wear them really till I get down there. Why? Because why would I dress up for women that don't even appreciate you here? Well, I'm not saying don't look good, don't put your best foot forward, but I'll save those outfits, you know what I mean? And once you guys get your passport and you go outside the country, you'll know what I'm talking about. You'll know what I'm talking about. You'll know exactly what it's like to just be like, fuck the US. Hey, I love the United States. It's not the country that's the problem to me, it's the people. I think our laws are great. I think our economies are great. Yeah, not every law, it's not a utopia. Every law is not gonna be in your favor, but when it comes to the social life, man, that shit sucks. And I don't give a fuck what nobody says. Austin, Texas is my favorite city in Texas. I've had a good time every single time in Austin. Even if I didn't hang out, just being in Austin, the vibe was great. Didn't beat Rio, I tell you that. Didn't beat Rio. All I did do was get off the plane, and I wasn't even off the plane yet. I was just looking at the landscape. The fucking sun was orange at sunrise, man. It was just like, I mean, not orange, it was red. It was like, man, like, it's not beating, nothing's beating that experience. So you guys have to get your passport and you'll be able to talk just like how I'm talking. You'll say, fuck these bitches in the United States. You'll say, I wasn't even drinking alcohol when I got back. When I got back from the United States, I was not even drinking alcohol. I think in that 3-month period from March to May, I think I had at the most 5 drinks. At the fucking most. That's what I was doing in one weekend, not one weekend, one day out of a weekend, every weekend, before I went to Brazil. So yeah, it changed me that much. I was damn near sober the whole time. And I think I was only drinking those 5 times because every 3 or 4 weeks I'd be like, you know, I need a drink to balance my mind back out. You know, I've been sober, but I'd like to loosen up one day. So here's a dude in the Facebook group. He put a tweet up. It says, I flunked out of college. My ex died. I lost tens of thousands of dollars in the stock market. And it did not bring me this type of pain I'm experiencing right now leaving Rio. Shaking my fucking head. It's like that. He said it feels like my mom died. It's like that. It's like that. It's like that. I told you I cried. I cried. I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that I had to fucking leave. It is crazy. It is crazy. You guys have to go to Brazil. You gotta go. If you don't go, hey, you cheating yourself. So I'm looking at the stream system right here. Let's go ahead and sign up for this now. Well, let me download it first. But yeah, so guys, if you needed some motivation to go to Brazil, I hope that this helped you out. I can bet your bottom dollar you're gonna love Rio. You want a woman that's gonna treat you like a man. You want a woman that's gonna treat you like the work you've been putting in. It's day and fucking night. You cannot compare the women in Brazil to the women here in the United States. I don't give a fuck what state you're in. Okay? I had a friend recently tell me, he said, oh, there's still women in Alabama, Mississippi that have that traditional value, but they're in Alabama, Mississippi. What's over there? I'm not disagreeing with them, but what's over there? And why would you do that when you can go to Rio, where there's a lot of shit, and they're traditional, and there is a pool of women to pick from? Why would you not do that? Guys, stop cheating yourself. Don't buy another fucking drink. Don't go to the club no more. You just need a hookup buddy at this point until you can get to Brazil. I know I'm speaking to somebody. You just need a hookup buddy. Get your passport, go to Brazil, get out of the United States. It's that bad. It's that bad. And you won't realize that it's that bad until you leave. Don't go to fucking Tulum. Okay? What is the other place in Mexico? Cancun. Don't do none of that. I'm not saying don't go there, but I'm saying for this experience I'm talking about, those are high tourists, a lot of Americans. You want to go somewhere where it's Americans, but it's not Americans everywhere. There's Americans. You're going to meet Americans in Brazil, but I was down there 2 weeks and I probably bumped into maybe 8 Americans. I don't think there's no resorts in Rio that I know of. Like there's no, like, oh, this designated area is just for these people that pay. There's none of that. When you get to Brazil, you're with the locals. And don't believe that bullshit that, oh, they just want you because they know you're American. You have to open your mouth and talk. Brazil's diverse. There are Japanese women. There are Japanese and like the indigenous Brazilian mixed women. There are black women. There are black and Afro-Latin. Like there are some that look like just black, like they look like the hood chicks. They look like Akeisha, but without the American part. I'm just saying they just look real black. And then they got Afro-Latina, the ones that look like an Afro-Latin, like what you would expect to see a black Brazilian woman. Then you got you have white Brazilians and you have the white indigenous mixed Brazilians. Then you have the ones that look straight indigenous, that look like, they almost look like a Mexican, but they look like they just like their mother was the last generation of some tribe or some shit. So yeah, it's diverse. I didn't see too many Middle Easterns and Indians out there. I don't think I've seen them at all actually, but it's diverse. Whatever doubts you have, leave them in the comments below. And we're gonna talk and I'm gonna shut that shit down. Go outside of the country. I'm gonna shut those doubts down. This is what I'm here for. I actually care about this. I'm passionate about this, and I mean this shit. Y'all need to go. Y'all need to go to Brazil. You need to get your passport. I'm not gonna keep saying this shit. Well, I am gonna keep saying this shit, but I just take that back. I'm gonna keep saying it. You need to go. This is not up for discussion. So yeah, go to Brazil, and you're gonna be just fine. You'll love it. Be sure to join the Facebook group when you do go to Brazil, Colombia, Panama, Costa Rica, anywhere else but the United States and any other westernized, feminized country. Go there and leave videos, pictures, and a testimony on the Facebook group, so that way we can have other men that are on the fence, that maybe my videos is not influencing enough, but if we get a plethora of men to testify, guys, we can make these American women go celibate. We can make them go, and they're gonna have to conform to what we want. Get your passport. It's that bad. I'll see y'all in the next video. Let me know if you like that one. Like, comment, share, subscribe.